doesn't get much bigger. It's a good game though, Dan. We're looking forward to it. It will obviously be a difficult game, if not the most difficult game. So away to Chelsea, and I would imagine that Emma will have them fired up from their, the loss of the weekend, and in a good space, ready to play against us. So we will have to be at our very best for sure. It was part of the design, Dan. It was the different types of goals we could score. I think we looked at it yesterday. I think there's on one occasion we've had 6 different goal scorers. On 2 occasions, 5 different goal scorers. 7 occasions, 3 different goal scorers. So we have spread that about, and it's an amazing statistic really, because what it does is it allows you to, as other forwards have kind of helped to carry their teams. We have the ability to score from many different ways. But that was in the design, because when I looked at how we played last year, you could probably box us into like 2-dimensional, certain ways of scoring. So what we have been able to do is find different ways of scoring, and that's got to continue. Even in the games where before these last few where we weren't scoring as many as we needed to score, we were still creating the chances to score them, and that's the most pleasing. So we need to be ruthless. We're going to definitely need to be ruthless against Chelsea, because you don't get many chances, so we have to make sure we take them when we create them. And they were, and do you know what was most positive? Was the fact that one of the things that we all know, Alessia has wonderful abilities with technically. We know she can score variant types of goals. But for me, what I've asked her to be is the kind of new version of her as she goes throughout her career is available in the box and more pre-thinking rather than reacting. Of course, there's going to be times you have to react, but where is the ball going to be? Anticipate where the ball is going to be. And I felt that for 2 of the goals especially, she anticipated perfectly where the ball would be. And the delivery is excellent as well. For the corner, I think Leah's delivery is excellent. Martha gets a flick on, and then she reacts quicker than everybody else, but pre-thinks. And then obviously the header is a wonderful ball by Tooney and then Honor, but it's that arrival in the right space at the right time. So that's going to be the challenge that we ask of Alessia, because I think that will help her distinguish a difference in her career as she goes through. But we all know the quality she has, and I'm happy for her to be the very first to get a hat-trick. I'm absolutely proud of every single person that shows up every day, even like all of you guys that show up every single day. You've been working, you talk about, I've worked from grassroots all the way through within women's football, but so is everybody else on this call. So I'm privileged, and, I've used that word before, but I'm privileged to be involved with a club that will be forward thinking in helping to give the platform that is deserved to lead a really wonderful bunch of players that, for me, happen to be female, but I'm not looking at their gender. It's, once we can cross that barrier, I think that's when we really have equity and equality. But they are a wonderful bunch of people that amaze me every day, and they are putting on a show in the whole league for the growth of the women's game currently. But yeah, it's an absolute privilege and an honour for me to be involved. Even Charlotte has now come onto our staff full time as an assistant coach. So, and my job is to help promote her, help her produce the best qualities she has, so that she can go on and make an even bigger influence in the game as well. So I see my job as not only to help manage, but also support. So I'm, again, privileged and honoured to be involved with such wonderful people. I mean, look, that's always going to be a factor, Vinny. We have 2 top players that want to be competing in there, but the whole reason I'm here is to try and achieve that anyway. So there's nobody in this club that isn't trying to aim for that. So I wouldn't say it goes hand in hand. I think if you ask both players, I think they're very happy at Manchester United and very happy with the way we're performing and what we're doing. So there are other factors within that, but I'd say, look, that's always going to be our aim. And those 2 players especially will have a big say in whether we achieve those targets. So I have to keep reminding them of that. If they perform and continue to perform the way they can, then we should have a really good chance of giving ourselves the best options to do that. I mean, the reality was the window, people could have said it was a distraction, and it really wasn't. So, look, we're working hard behind the scenes, Vinny, and we have been for a while. It just takes time, these things. And especially as, for me, the women's game is entering a new era. And so it just becomes a little bit more difficult. But what I've always known from all of these players, any player that's out of contract, they are giving absolutely everything in training. There's no distraction in training. And I think as a coach, that's all I can ask for. And I let the business people do the business conversations, and I make sure that the players are in a good frame of mind. And at the minute, they're in very good frames of mind. So long may that continue. And we're not going to lie. We hope that they would come and continue with us for many years to come. So we are working hard towards that.